Hello Libra, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Libra, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Libra, let's get started. It's the overall energy for this connection. All right, let's see. So we do have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Typically when I get this card, this could represent you meeting somebody who's very different from what you're accustomed to dealing with. Sometimes I also look at this card as somebody who's finally deciding to change, but we'll see what it's more so leaning towards. We're going to focus on you first, then we'll jump over to your person. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. How does Libra currently view this relationship? All right, all major arcanas. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune. We do have the Strength card. And then we also have... See, I already don't like it. Because at first I'm just like, okay, wait, what's going on? This to me feels like an energy of you being conflicted about somebody that you currently find yourself connecting with. It's like a part of you feels good about this person. There's that other part of you that's like, damn, I don't know what the hell it is about this person, but it's like, I don't know, something's off. Something's off, and I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but something's off. Something is definitely off. Something's definitely off about this person. Something's definitely not right about this person. And I mean, this is like loud and clear. Your intuition is telling you something's not wrong. Your intuition is sounding off the alarm. So whoever it is that you currently find yourself connecting with, something's not right about this person. And I feel like your intuition is like sounding off the alarm. With the moon coming out here, this could represent secrets. This could represent something that's being hidden from you. Okay. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay, so with the Six of Swords to the Five of Swords, that creates an Ace of Swords at play, which basically represents the Sword of Truth. It also represents clarity. The fact that the Ace of Swords is basically missing, that's kind of telling me that this person is purposely keeping something hidden from you. What? I don't know, but this person's purposely keeping something hidden from you. Whatever it is that this person's keeping hidden from you is preventing them from having peace of mind within this dynamic between the two of you. But it's kind of stemming from a place of what if they find out? What if they find out? They being you. Because this person... Okay, hold on. Because this person's consciously aware that they're hiding something from you, it's just something to kind of look out for. Because this person's consciously aware that they're hiding something from you, this person might accuse you of doing things behind their back or hiding something from them is basically what I'm getting. So it's just something to look out for. Okay, we got the Five of Wands, we got the Four of Cups, and then we also have the Eight of Wands. There's something about them getting really annoyed. Yeah, there's something about them getting like annoyed with like you constantly confronting them about something. Let's look at the Five of Wands. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You harness High Priestess energy. So that's kind of telling me that you are somebody who's very, very, very intuitive. You know what it's like to connect with somebody who isn't hiding anything. And you know what it's like to connect with someone who actually is. Like, you know the difference. You know the difference, right? So when it comes down to this person, the fact that you can sense and feel like they are hiding something from you or withholding something from you, you just can't help but to essentially shake that feeling is basically what I'm getting. I just kind of feel like you keep, confronting them about how this connection essentially makes you feel. Because this connection between you and this person, it does make you feel like this person is definitely hiding something from you. And I feel like you're trying to get like a straight up answer from them. Like, what are you hiding from me? What are you keeping from me? Because like I just feel like you're hiding something from me, or you're keeping something from me. Like, don't play with me. Just tell me what it is. And, you know, I just kind of feel like this person's kind of getting sick and tired of you doing this to them. Yeah, they're getting sick and tired of you accusing them of hiding something from you. But that's the thing, is that they are. This is like the epitome of somebody trying to like gaslight you. Like, yeah, this to me feels like the epitome of them trying to gaslight you. Like this person might turn around and flip it on you, like, oh, like, you know, you probably feel that way about me, Libra, because you're actually doing something. But it's not because you're doing anything. You can sense and feel like this person's hiding something from you. You know what it's like to connect with an energy that's keeping something from you, and you know what it's like to connect with an energy that's not hiding something from you. You know the difference. You're a very spiritually based person. You're a very intuitive person. So even though this person's telling you like, no, I'm not hiding anything, you know, you probably think that way and feel that way because you're actually doing something. No, 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 no. I think that what you're sensing and feeling, it is coming from your intuition. And that's the thing, is that your intuition is never going to lie to you. Like, your mind might play tricks on you and your heart may deceive you. But one thing that'll never, you know, play tricks on you or deceive you is your intuition. And if your intuition is telling you, yo, something ain't fucking right about this person, it's because something's not right about this person. Now, are they going to turn around and admit that to you? No. No. They rather sit here and gaslight you and make you think you're crazy. But you're not fucking crazy. That's the thing. You're not fucking crazy. And they know you're not fucking crazy either. They just want you to think you're crazy. Okay. So we have the, okay, first things first. Pay attention to the signs, because I feel like you're being divinely guided away from this person. Okay, I cannot emphasize this enough. You're being divinely guided away from this person. Okay, now here's what I will say, Libra, because it kind of looks like you want this person to just admit to you what it is that they're essentially hiding from you. You're not going to get that from them. And I'm being very blunt honest with you. You're not going to get that from them. You can sit there and tell them over and over again, well, I just think you're hiding something from me, and I just think you're doing this. And you can do that from sun up to sun down if you want to. This person is never going to outright admit to you what it is that they're hiding from you. Okay, you're never going to get that out of them. And I don't want you to sit here and waste your time trying to get this person to tell you what it is that they're withholding from you or hiding from you, because they're not going to tell you. They're never going to basically tell you, because it doesn't benefit this person to sit here and tell you what they're withholding from you or hiding, you know, from you. It doesn't benefit them. So therefore, because it doesn't benefit them, they're not going to tell you anything. Now, with all of that being said, I feel like the universe has been sending you signs. I feel like the universe has been trying to like divinely guide you away from this connection towards something else. You're showing up with the Strength card energy. Now, the person that's in the Strength card is the Empress. And then at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Emperor. So that's kind of telling me that you are being divinely guided away from this person. You're also being divinely guided to trust what you're essentially feeling and sensing off of this person, and just trust the fact that yes, what you're sensing and feeling, it is true. You're not fucking crazy. This person is definitely hiding something from you, and just trust that. Don't rely on this person to, you know, just tell you straight up, because you're never gonna get that. Just trust what you're sensing and feeling, and remove yourself from this person. Okay. Because I feel like the universe does have something amazing in store for you, but you gotta walk away from this entire situation first, Libra. Like, you just have to, because this dynamic between you and this person is basically blocking you from your blessing, right? Which is basically this person. You know, this is somebody, this is someone that you are going to eventually meet. I'm sorry, with the star coming out here, You know, that speaks of destiny and fate. So you will definitely meet this person. You definitely will. And when you do meet this person, you're going to look at this person like, oh my God, like they're nothing like this person. You know, they make me feel so safe. They make me feel so secure. They make me feel so seen, wanted, desired, appreciated, all of that good stuff. And you're not going to feel the way that you feel now with this one over here that is purposely withholding something from you. They're purposely withholding something from you, Libra. Okay? Now, they could be withholding absolutely anything from you. Okay? You know, Spirit's whole thing with you is stop trying to get the truth out of them when they don't have any sort of intentions of ever telling you. This is that type of person that will take whatever it is that they're currently withholding you to the grave, my friend. Like, stop trying to get the truth out of them. Just stop trying to get the truth out of them, because you're never going to. You know, that's why, like, you know, Spirit just wants you to fall into this place of just accepting the fact that, yo, this person's not for you. What you're sensing and feeling is real. Trust that, believe that, walk away from this. You know, so that way the universe can turn around, you know what I mean? And bless you with something 10 times better. But your whole thing is, well, I just want to know what this person's hiding from me. I just want to know because I know that they are. I just want to know, but I just want to know. And it's just like, I get it. I get the obsession of, but I just want to know. I understand that. I understand that. But whatever it is that this person is withholding from you, it's definitely nothing good. It's definitely nothing good. It's definitely something that, it's definitely something that, you know, could bring this dynamic between the two of you to an end. It's something that will definitely create a really big fight / argument. I am definitely getting that strongly, and they know that very well. But it could definitely bring the relationship to an end. You know what I mean? So whatever it is that they're withholding from you is something good, okay? Here's the thing. I think that you're expecting a lot from this person, and just hear me out when I say this, because it truly does all start with them. This is somebody who clearly cannot be real with themselves, okay? And you're expecting them to be real with you. They can't even be real with themselves, Libra. So right off the bat, you're already asking a lot from them. See, you're somebody who's like the polar opposite of this individual. You're somebody who can keep it 100% with yourself and with other people in return, right? They can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, this person can't keep it real with themselves. So they can't keep it real with anybody else. They can't be honest to themselves. So therefore they can't be honest with you. You see what I mean? Like, so this is kind of like a them problem. You know what I mean? This is kind of like a them problem. Unfortunately. What actions will this person take towards Libra or moving forward? We have the King of Swords, we got the Chariot, and then we also have the Justice card out here. We have the Page of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and then we also have the Tower out here. Nice. With the 8 of Cups, so the Queen of Swords, to the Hermit, to the 10 of Pentacles. All right, let's talk. You're human. Very untrustworthy, very untrustworthy. I can never say this word correctly because, you know, I am Puerto Rican, so sometimes my words in English, it doesn't come out the way that I would want it to. It's a word that I've been trying to practice, but Jesus Christ, it's a hard word for me to basically like master. I didn't even know how to say world growing up, because Spanish was, you know, my first language. But anyways, this person's very, I'm going to attempt to say it, they're very manipulative. I don't know if I said it right, but I'm not going to say it again. That's what this person's doing, you know what I mean, is basically manipulating you into thinking that they're trustworthy, that they're not doing anything. You the crazy one, okay, Libra? You the crazy one. It ain't them, even though they have the 5 of Swords in their energy, which basically represents deception, but not you the crazy one, Libra, okay? You the one apparently that has a few freaking screws loose or something, you know what I mean? You the crazy one. It ain't them, you know, even though they're harnessing deceptive energy. It's you. It's you, you know what I mean? It's you. You know? And Libra, honey, child, dude, you're holding on to something that's not worth holding on to. The same way, because you got to keep in mind, this is who they are. This is not, I don't want you to get it twisted. This is who they are. Like, they're not just this way with you, Libra. Like, they've been this way with the person before you and the person before that person, the person before that person, the person before that person. They're going to be this way, you know, with the next person they get involved with. This is who they are. This is who they are. You know what I mean? This is who they are. So yeah, like, you're not holding on to something worth holding on to. You know what I mean? When you decide to get up and walk away from this person, because there's going to come a point in time where, yeah, you will decide to get up and walk away from this person. They will replace you. And the same stuff that they're putting you through, they're going to turn around and put the other one through. And, you know, history is just going to continue to repeat itself over and 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 over again, you know? Because to them, this is normal. This is acceptable. Everybody does this. You know what I mean? Everybody does this, whatever they're doing. So yeah, this is, you know, this is normal. You know what I mean? This is normal. And these are the type of people that give people who are faithful and loyal a reason to want to be single and alone. Like, this is that type of person that gives, like, men a bad, like, rep, or women a bad rep, is because of them and the way that they are. And there's many of them out there, because we all know that, you know what I mean? Like, but this is, it's people like this that cause, you know, people who are big on commitment, big on loyalty, and are faithful, reasons to want to continue to fucking remain single. You know what I mean? They're going to give the next person they get involved with a reason to not want to be with them and deal with them, you know, because everywhere they go, they harness the same energy. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. You know what I mean? Going back to this, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. This person that I see you meeting is an emperor. Let me explain this to you, because there's levels to this. I want you to understand how 10 times better this other individual is compared to this human being over here. We have the King of Wands that comes out first, and we have the King of Swords that follow. Then we hit King of Cups status, King of Pentacles status, and then boom, that's when we hit Emperor status. It's going to take 3 of them to make one of, you know, this new person, basically. Like, they're going to be better than this person from your past. Like, this is not that type of person that's going to play with your head, Libra. It's not that type of person that's going to purposely, you know, keep things from you. You know, if anything, if this person ever does, you know, withhold something from you, they're going to feel nothing but guilt. A King of Swords is somebody who can do dirt behind a person's back and feel nothing. Yeah. Yep. And feel nothing. You know, because a King of Swords is very good at detaching themselves emotionally from things and people. So this is why a King of Swords is very capable of doing something behind a person's back and feeling nothing. No regret, no remorse, no nothing. And that's what you're dealing with. See, you know, an emperor is somebody who can't do that shit. An emperor is someone who, you know, if they were in the event to ever do something, right, that they shouldn't do, it would weigh so fucking heavily on that person's heart. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, to the point where they will definitely admit where they basically went wrong. So let's just say, using this as an example, let's just say, one day, you know, you and this new person get into like a really big fight and a really big argument, and this person, you know, coming from a place of anger, you know, calls you out of your name. Once this person calms down and realizes they just called you out of their name, like, this is that type of person, I'll be like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry, I can't believe I said that to you. And they'll turn around and beat themselves up. This one over here, yeah, this is that type of person that can call you out of your name and kind of look at you like, what are you crying? Like, why are you crying? Like, what's your fucking problem? Why are you crying? What's your problem? Oh, you're crying because I called you this? Oh, poor thing. Get over it. An emperor, yo, like, that shit will weigh heavily on his or hers heart, to the point where they will, you know, want to come in and apologize and correct that behavior and never allow it to happen again. This one, I mean, no. You know, they're going to hit you with the, oh, get over it. You'll be fine. Stop fucking crying. It's not a big deal. Like, Libra, I'm sorry. You know, this is us just having a BFF moment here. You could do better. You could do better. I understand that this person may have led you to think and believe that you know, they're the hottest thing that hit, you know, that has hit God's green earth, but they're not. You know, and this is just us having a BFF moment here. They're not the hottest thing that has hit God's green earth. Okay? They're just not. And I feel like this person has led you to think and believe, oh, you ain't gonna find nothing. You ain't gonna find anyone better than me, Libra. You're not gonna find anyone better than me. I beg to fucking differ. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. You're being called in a whole new direction. The signs are there. You're being called in a whole new direction. I feel like all Spirit wants you to do is walk away from this fool over here. I'm not entirely sure where you found them, but let go of this fool over here. Let this fool go be somebody else's damn problem, okay? And set yourself free from this person. I just feel like all Spirit wants you to do is have trust and faith that you're going to be okay. That you're going to be okay. Don't believe the lies that this person has essentially told you about yourself. Don't believe the whole, you ain't gonna find anybody better than me because I beg to fucking differ. Okay, I beg to fucking differ. Okay. Don't believe any of those things. Don't believe any of those things. You know, Five of Swords could also, especially with the Five of Wands, it could represent projection. Okay, so that's another thing that I want you to accept as you move forward with your life, because I see you eventually doing it. Everything that this person has ever told you about you, that, you know, you're never going to amount to anything, and you're this and you're that, and you look like this and you look like, all of this is them projecting how they feel internally about themselves onto you. Okay, so I don't want you to take what this person has ever told you about you to the heart, even though I understand it's kind of hard to do that because you're emotionally invested and attached to this human. I understand that, but you need to understand you've been dealing with someone who projects a lot of things that go on internally within them onto other people. There's that type of person that will project their insecurities onto other people, you know, just like for the example that I said, right? Like, when this person was like, you know, more than likely accusing you of doing X, Y, and Z. Well, the reality of the situation is that internally, they know they're hiding something from you. So what do? And instead of saying, you know what, you're right, Libra. No, they turn around and be like, you're actually doing something. You're actually doing something, Libra. It's not me, it's you. But internally, they know that they're the one hiding something. You know, they're just projecting it onto you. And they do that. And that's just how they roll. They just do that. You know what I mean? This is you can do so much fucking better. And then on top of that, you're showing up as a damn Empress. Like, I don't even know how King of Swords was able to even capture a freaking Empress like you. And I'm not trying to blow your head up or anything like that and make you feel better about yourself, although I hope that that does make you feel better about yourself. I hope that it, you know, slaps a whole Kool-Aid smile on your face. But I'm just saying, like, I don't even know how this person was able to, like, get you, to be honest. I don't even know. Because an Empress, like, damn, you know, like, an Empress is somebody who's very, very hard to find. Primarily because an Empress is somebody who's typically cooped up or married to somebody. So an Empress is somebody who's usually and normally off the market. You know, it's very rare to stumble across a single Empress. And honey, you're going to be a single Empress very, very soon. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before you meet this Emperor. It's only a matter of time. But, you know, Spirit just wants you to get rid of this fool. Let this fool be somebody else's damn problem, okay? Because this person looks like a whole headache and a half to me anyways. Let him go. Let him go. You can do so much fucking better than this. You could do so much better than this. You're a damn Empress. Like, you finding someone who's gonna take you seriously, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's I'm pretty sure everybody you meet wants to run off into the damn sunset with you. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't have this fear of, oh, I'm just gonna be single and alone for the rest of my life. No, 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 no. If you would have showed up as a page or a knight, different story. But you're showing up as a whole empress, honey. You're the total package. You're the total package. Like, you're the type of person that anybody would take, home to meet mom and dad. You know what I mean? Get married to, plant seeds with, like you are that. You are that. So yeah, I feel like you're not gonna have a problem finding somebody else. You're not, honey, you're not gonna have a problem with finding somebody else. You are so not. But here's how this is gonna go down. When you do leave the relationship, because you will leave the relationship, I'm gonna be very honest with you, you're gonna spend a lot of time being single and alone. Hear me out. I feel like what spirit is trying to do here in your life is help you undo everything that you've ever believed about yourself because of them and what they led you to think and believe about yourself, and just undo everything that you've learned, I would say, within your relationship with this person. And what I mean by that is, you basically learn to tolerate somebody disrespecting you left and right. You've learned to tolerate a fucking narcissist. You learn to tolerate a pathological fucking liar. Like, spirit wants you to realize what you did and the predicament you put yourself in, and how long you allowed it to happen. Like, spirit wants you to reflect and learn from this, because moving forward, you are not to do that ever again. There is no more, well, they're a pathological liar, but I'm still going to be, no, there is no, we're not doing that no more. Moving forward, we ain't doing that shit no more, okay? Because I think that your experience with this person has caused you to realize how destructive and unhealthy this is, to be involved with somebody like this and bind yourself to somebody like this. So this is why you're going to spend a period being single and alone. And by the way, you're going to love being single and alone. You're not going to be in the energy of like, oh my God, I'm single and alone and I don't have anybody. No, you're going to really enjoy your singlehood. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to get a much better understanding, I would say, what it is that you truly want and desire within a man or within a woman. And that's why we see you attracting an emperor in the end, right? Because through this time of you being single and alone, you're treating yourself the way that you would want a man to treat you, or a woman, that, or a woman if you're into that, whatever your gender is, right? But, and this is why you're attracting the emperor in the end, because the emperor to the empress, that they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. That's a true pair right there. So you're attracting what you want in the end. But yeah, get ready, because you're going to be single for a little while. You're going to enjoy your singlehood. You're going to start treating yourself the way that you want a man to treat you, or a woman, that, or a woman, whatever have you. And you're going to erase everything that this person has led you to think and believe about yourself that is completely and utterly false, okay? So that's kind of telling me, when you walk away from this relationship, you're still thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm not attractive because they told me I wasn't. And I'm this because they told me I was. And I'm that because they also told me this too about myself. But eventually, over time, you're going to start to realize that everything that this person has ever led you to think and believe about yourself is complete BS. And you'll learn to embrace yourself and love yourself, all over again. But you're going to be embracing yourself and loving yourself in a way that you couldn't, because of them, and you deciding to prioritize them and your relationship with them, to the point where you stop loving yourself. You started loving them way more than you loved yourself. And that's another thing too. Moving forward, you're not doing that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to be that person. You're not going to be that person that, ever find yourself loving a person more than you basically love yourself. That is going to be a thing of the past. The moment you get up and walk away, you're leaving all of that behind, and when the timing is essentially right, you'll meet this person. When the universe feels like, okay, Libra learned this, Libra learned that, Libra discovered this, Libra discovered that, okay, Libra learned their lesson over here, all right, boom, let's send the man in, let's send the woman in, and you'll meet them. And when you meet them, you gonna know that they're the one, and they're gonna know that you're the one. I know, it's just that fucking simple. It truly is just that simple. In the meantime, Libra, that is what I have for you. I guess we'll see how this story, plays out, as we continue on doing your readings. I hope that the reading helped. I hope that it put some things into perspective for you. And I hope that, it caused you to open your eyes and realize you can do way better Then this damn fool over here. Let this person be somebody else's problem, Libra. Go ahead and let them be somebody else's problem, because I promise you, they will move on with their life. And I promise you, especially for those of you who have to deal with this person because you have a child and or children with them, you gonna have front row seats, homie, to exactly what I'm talking about and exactly what I'm telling you. The same way they treated you, they're going to be treating the next chick. They're going to be treating the next dude. And you're going to see it for yourself. Especially if you have a child or children with it, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to have front row seats. And you're going to be looking at that woman like, damn, man, I feel bad for her. Or that guy, damn, I feel bad for her, but I'm glad. Or him, but I'm glad I'm not there. You know what I mean? So then there's that. So that is what I have for you, my friend. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys.